Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2012 Masters Tournament at Butlers Cabin. This here we will announce our Masters champion and all the players in the field. Starting off with our young amateur, first time playing in the tournament, Rudy Nowakowski. So Rudy, we're glad to have you here, playing for your first time. So tell me how your experience was.
Nerve-wracking.
Nerve-wracking. That's good to hear because it's a heck of a tournament to play in.
Very hard.
Growing up, what was it like looking out your window and seeing all these great players that we have competing, and then one day you actually being in here?
It just made me want it more.
So explain to us, I was able to notice a rivalry you had between Carson and yourself. Even though none of you guys were in contention to win it, it seemed like there was something there that you guys didn't want each other to win. Explain that in detail.
Well, we both want third place, and him being the oldest one of the Nowakowski family, and me being the youngest, I just thought I'd try to get his head and maybe get third place, being my first tournament here.
Nice. After interviewing Carson earlier, you actually were able to do that. You got in his head pretty well.
Yeah, but that's all behind us now.
And what will you do for the future to prepare for this event, or what will you do differently?
Just practice up, wait for the next tournament to come.
Thank you. It was great having you here.
Thank you.
And now, our next player who played in this event, who fell one shot less than being champion. He's won it twice and was one shot short of winning it a third time. Here's Nowakowski. So, Lewis, you've been here before. You know what it's like. We put jackets on in the past. What a day. Started off, to me, you're the most consistent golfer throughout. You never lost your head. Explain to me how you were able to accomplish that.
Well, I just want to go on the round, each round, just playing the best golf I can, just try to get 5 or less and just go from there. Play very consistent, and hopefully the other golfers make a mistake because the course is very tough. And just one short shot.
That's good. Was there any shots during the round that stand out in your head? I mean, I hate to bring this up, but you did lose by one stroke out of 72 holes. Is there any shots out there that you wish you had back, and if so, what would that be?
It was round 3, hole 4. I made a 6 on it, and I had probably a foot putt to make a 5, and I just was thinking about the next hole already and lipped out, and it cost me the tournament.
I remember that. Seems like every tournament you and Matt go head to head, always battling. I mean, gets to the third round, it's always you two. What do you do to get yourself in those kind of positions every year?
Well, Matt and me have been playing for a long time now together. It's a good, healthy competition. It's a good rivalry. We know where each other stand. We're both pretty equal. Just some days Matt plays a little better, some days I do, and I don't know. Throughout the round, I knew Matt had a 5-stroke lead the whole time, and I just thought maybe hole by hole, just try to inch my way back, and I did. But Matt made a putt on hole 17 this last round that just really, took the wind out of me, and that was a tournament right there, up by 2 strokes with 1 hole left. You just can't beat that. So I, take my hat off to Matt, and this tournament he played very good, and it was nice playing with him this year. And young Rudy, being out here for the first time, it was very nice.
You have anything to say about your other competitor who was in the field? There was a guy, Carson, who wasn't able to make it to this event, but
he's one of the funner guys I have on tour. The first 3 rounds, brings the smiles and the jokes of the field, but the 4th round, it was tough for me and Matt. We wanted to keep a good competitive pace going, just Yeah, Rudy and Carson, playing swords with the clubs in the background. It's tough for us to stay focused and keep a good round going, but it's fun playing with them. It was nice.
I'll make sure he hears that. Thank you. All right. Well, we were glad to have you again this year, and you gave us a heck of an event. Every year you do, and I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. And finally, folks, what you're all here is for the champion. The champion of this tournament happened to be Matthew Masad, and he's no stranger to this. He's actually put the jacket on 3 times before. He played one heck of a tournament, 72 holes from start to finish. Just knew how to play. Without further ado, your 2012 Masters champion, Matthew Masad. Matthew Masad, guys. So, Jim, walk me through this. This is the 4th time. What's different this time than the other 3?
I just stayed, as consistent all the way through it. Never wavered more than a couple strokes for my 9s. It's just, this guy right here, I put the pressure on, on that back 9 on Sunday, and that eagle he made on 15 really made it determined.
It did. It seems like you never get flustered. You have your bad holes, which aren't as bad as some of the amateurs, but you have your bad holes, and it doesn't faze you. How are you able to move on hole by hole and forget about?
I played a practice round with young Rudy over here, on Wednesday, and I was just telling him the same thing I'm going to tell you. You're going to make some big numbers out there. You just got to limit those numbers to, make your 7s 6s and make your 6s 5s, and just one hole at a time. It's long term.
And it is. Take me through what everyone wants to hear. You guys' battle. It started about round 3.
Well, yeah, Louis turned it on round 3. He shot a couple under par the first round, first 9 today. And, right then I believe he was within 1 stroke. And then that back 9, it was just, the young amateurs, starting to get a little annoying. But we were trying to play our game, and one hole at a time, him versus me, and it was a heavyweight battle, in the fairways on Sunday.
Just for the folks that tuned in, Matt had a 5-stroke lead going into 18. Gets down to 9 and had only a 1-stroke lead to Lewis. Were you flustered at all? Were you rattled? Did you have the yips?
I did what I wanted to do. I shot par on the front, and Louis just shot best 9 of the tournament, and he mashed it again on the back 9. He gave everything he had today, and I was just lucky enough to hold him off my stroke.
It seems like he always brings it at the end. You know what I mean? He always brings it.
He does.
And so take me through 17.
Well, Lewis hit a tee shot that was a little deep, and I had a 1-stroke advantage, and I just wanted to put something in play. It's a tough tee shot. The trees overhang. Hit some up there. Gave myself mid-level pitch shot, and I flubbed the pitch. It wasn't very good, and Lewis had about a 4-footer for par, and I had about a 20-footer for birdie, and I was lucky enough to put her in. Louis made that putt for par, and gave me that 2-stroke advantage, which I needed after hitting in the garage on 18.
Exactly. We all know. Somehow your ball landed there, and that 1 stroke won you the tournament right there. That putt won you the tournament. One last question. Any concerns after 2 holes of golf, and you look on the leaderboard and you see Carson Nowakowski leading the pack?
Well, the thing about Carson is usually, that first round he plays himself so far out that no matter what he does the rest of the way, it doesn't matter usually. And I wasn't really nervous because I knew he was going to screw up, as he did on the 3rd hole.
Sounds about